In today's video, we're going to be learning how to cut this trendy, stylish mesh dress with a keyhole neckline. So if it's something you would love to learn, do well to watch to the end, like, share and subscribe. So let's get right to it. So I'm going to rule a line here, which is going to serve as our starting point and our shoulder line. So from there, I'm going to be taking my vertical measurement. For my shoulder to my bust point is 9.5 inches. I'm going to mark that all the way to have a straight line across this way. Then I'm going to come down from the shoulder line to mark my waist point. For my shoulder to my waist in front is 16 inches. You know, our shoulder to our waist in front and back are not the same. So for my shoulder to my waist in front is 16 inches and I'm going to mark that across this way. Then from the waistline, I'm going to come down to mark my hip point. My waist to my hip point is 9 inches. I'll mark that, then extend the line across. So I'm going to be using the whole of this pattern paper as my full length, though I will be adding to it when cutting on my actual fabric. So I'll label my lines appropriately, my hip line, waistline, bust line. So I'm going to come to the shoulder line, divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder divided by 2 7.5. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the neck width this way. So I'm going to come down to mark my neck depth of 3 inches and I will connect from the neck width all the way to the neck depth this way. The next thing is to mark my shoulder line, and how to get your shoulder line, you divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches to the measurement. I got 7. I'll go ahead and extend the point across this way. So this is my chest line. On my chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here, and I'm going to connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line. So I'm going to come to this line, divide what I have here into 2 equal half, and mark the midpoint. At the midpoint, I'll go in by 1/2 inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4. I will minus 1 inch from the measurement because we are using mesh to sew this, and mesh is very stretchy. So I'm going to minus 1 inch from all my measurements. All right, and I'm going to come here to mark my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. We are trying to get our darts. I'm going to mark it on the chest line, bust line, on the waistline. Then from the waistline, I'm going to come down by 6 inches. This will be the length of my dart. At that point, I'll mark my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 as well. Then I'll go ahead and connect all these points together with a straight line. On my waistline, I'm going to mark 1/2 inch on both sides of this dart leg, and I'm going to connect my dart accordingly. So the next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurements, so there won't be any allowance, any sewing allowance at all, because we are using a stretchy fabric. So I'll mark my hip measurement minus 1 inch. I'll come to the hip line, divide my hip by 4, minus 1 inch as well. So whatever I have on the hip, I'll bring it down to the full length, and I'll go ahead and connect my markings together like so. So the reason why we didn't add sewing allowance is because we are using a stretchy fabric. But if you are not using a stretchy fabric to sew this type, please do well to add your sewing allowance, and you don't have to minus anything from your measurement. So the 1 inch we took for our dart here, I'm going to eliminate it from the side because I want to snatch my waist by 1 inch. So I'm going to mark this 1 inch inward like this. So we are now eliminating the dart, and I'll connect it up this way and then connect it back into the original like this. The reason why I snatch my waist by 1 is because I want this dress fitted on my body, considering the fact that we are using a stretchy fabric. So I actually want it very fitted on my body. But if you don't want your so tight around the waist, you can just leave it. You don't snatch it by 1 inch. All right, so I'll go ahead and trace everything out because my paper is on full, so we can work on the neckline. I'll trace everything I have here. And before we cut out, we are going to mark our bust dart. And to mark your bust dart, this is the difference we have from your shoulder to your waist in front and back, like the way I explained earlier. From my shoulder to my waist in front is 16 inches, while from my shoulder to my waist at the back is 14. So the difference is 1.5 inch. I'm going to come down by that 1.5 inch from the bust line and connect it into the bust line like this. So we are going to be cutting this out. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out now. So I've already traced all the measurement on this other side. So I'm going to come to the shoulder line here and mark 1 inch outward like this. Then from that point I'm going to come down by 4 inches, and I'll connect from the 1 inch to this 4 inches here. So I'm going to go up by how covered I want my chest to be. You can decide to do 1 inch, 2 inch. It depends on how covered you want your chest to be. So came off from the chest line by 1.5 inches because I don't want my cleavage to show at all. So I'm going to rule this line like this, and this is now our chest line, new chest line. On this line I'm going to go in by 3 inches from here, and I will connect from that point to meet this point here. All right, then I'm going to come to this other shoulder here and mark 1 inch inward, and I'm going to connect from that place to this point like this. You can use your free hand or your curve rule to do this. Then from here I'm going to connect from here also to this our new chest line. If what I'm explaining is confusing, just look at what I am doing and you'll get everything. You can see what we have here. So we have successfully draw out our keyhole around here. So this is basically it for this neckline. So just go ahead and cut it out. Please do well to pay attention to where I'm cutting from. I realized I shaded some part wrongly, so just pay attention to where I'm cutting from so that you will not go and cut where you are not supposed to cut from. All right, so if you have watched to this point and you have not yet subscribed, please do well to hit on the subscribe button. Subscription is totally free. Subscribe. If you find this video helpful, like, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you very much for doing that. You can see where I'm cutting from. So you see this other part that is shaded, we need it. Please don't throw it away. That was why I say you should pay attention. So this is what we have. You can see our keyhole. You can see how it came out so beautifully. So this is basically it for the neckline. You can see it here. Like I say, it depends on how open you want your keyhole to be. You can decide to make it more open than this, but this is actually what I wanted. So this part here, you can decide to just curve it a little or just leave it straight like this. So we are going to keep this aside just so we can work on the back pattern. For the back pattern, is very easy to draft. I have my zipper allowance of 1 inch here, and I have from my shoulder to my bust points, waistline, and my hip line. So ordinarily I wouldn't have add a zipper allowance since we are working with a stretchy fabric, but simply because I snatch my waist, if I don't add my zipper allowance, it will be difficult for me to wear it. So if you are working with if you are not snatching your waist just the way I did mine, don't add your zipper allowance if you are working with a stretchy fabric. So I'll mark my shoulder measurement here, come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, then mark my neck width and connect just the way we did for the front. I'm going to come here to mark my neck depth of 1 inch, and I'll connect from the neck width to the neck depth. I'm going to come down to mark my chest line using the same formula we use for the front. Divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches to the measurement. I'll go ahead and extend this point across. So this is our chest line. On the chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here. I'll connect from the shoulder slope to that point. We are basically repeating what we did on the front pattern. I'll come to this line, divide it into 2 equal halves to get a midpoint. At the midpoint, I'll go in by ½ an inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4 minus 1 inch, and I'm going to connect my armhole. The next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. I'll mark my waist, mark my hip, and then connect the point. Make sure you minus 1 inch just the way you did for the front. Then I'm going to snatch my waist by 1 inch just the way we did for the front pattern. I'm going to connect it this way. So I'm going to come to the waistline here, mark ½ inch here on my zipper allowance. This is to eliminate this bulge we usually have around this part here. So we're going to be cutting this excess out so that our zipper can lay very flat, and this is basically it for the back pattern. I'll just go ahead and cut it. Remember, we took 1 inch out from our front shoulder when we were drafting the neckline. So I'm going to remove that 1 inch from the shoulder for the back pattern also, so that the shoulder can be equal when we are joining. I'll do that on my fabric, and this is basically it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and I will see you in the next video.